and you can just get in trouble for bull. I got too many kids. This is laying on me.
A woman in court has a message for the judge that lands her behind bars.
I should have just turned myself in then. I regret it every day.
A man on the run for months is talking for the first time since his escape from prison. A man with a lengthy criminal history is stopped in his tracks.
Basically, it was broken out. There was glass all inside the house.
And a neighborhood on edge is sleeping better.
Working for you. This is Wave 3 News at 11.
All new at 11, he was on the run for 5 months after walking out of a Kentucky prison, and now he is talking from behind bars. Good evening. I'm Janelle McDonald.
And I'm Scott Reynolds. Investigators say while he was on the run, he was spotted in Spencer and Shelby County, eventually captured all the way down in Texas. Well, tonight he's talking for the first time. Wave 3's Katie Bauer joins us with the jailhouse interview. Katie?
Scott, Jerry Nation says the reason he walked out of the Blackburn Correctional Complex in Lexington was because he was on drugs. Just this week, he was extradited back to Kentucky, and now in a candid interview, he tells his side of the story. Back behind bars, 31-year-old Jerry Nation has had a lot of time to think.
I knew in my mind, saying you can never run forever, but I still tried. I don't know why, but I did.
Last October, Nation and Anthony Kendrick decided to test their luck.
Kept looking at the open field and got to thinking about freedom.
He says around that time he was having a lot of raging thoughts while in Blackburn, a minimum security prison.
I just couldn't take it no more, and got on some bad drugs and decided to take off.
Nation said he was able to get a hold of bath salts in prison, and it clouded his judgment for days. Not long after the two men took off, their escape almost came to an end when they led deputies on a chase in Spencer County in a stolen car. They came to Taylorsville, investigators say, to hide out with family. And Nation admits he did go see his mother.
I should have just turned myself in then. I regret it every day. I mean, I really do.
But a few days later, the two were spotted again in Shelby County, where police say they broke into a home. After that, Nation says they were able to make it to Corpus Christi, Texas. He started going by the name of Jesse Jewell and found work as a tree trimmer. But investigators never gave up, and back in March, their time on the run came to an end.
I know I've done wrong, and I'm here to accept it, and I'm here to take whatever they give me and go on with it and try to change my life.
And Nation was originally serving a 10-year sentence for burglary and theft. Working for you live in the newsroom, Katie Bauer, Wave 3 News.
All right, thanks, Katie. It's something we all hope for, neighbors who watch out for us. New at 11, Wave 3's Connie Leonard joins us live from Metro Corrections with the story of some pretty savvy neighbors who police say went above and beyond to nab a crook. And Connie, the man in jail now has a long criminal history, right?
He does, Janelle. In fact, police say that he has a child abuse charge against his own son. Most recently, they tell us that he and his girlfriend were out burglarizing homes in the Camp Taylor area until a neighbor caught them red-handed.
They don't have any conscience whatsoever. All they're looking for is a quick buck.
33-year-old Damian Mosley, a.k.a. Damian King, is a man police would call a bad guy. Since 1999, Mosley has been charged with multiple burglaries, making meth, escape, fleeing and evading police, assault, wanton endangerment, and criminal abuse of a child under 12. That charge in 2003 when police say Mosley poured scalding water on his 1-year-old son. Now police say Mosley is back in the burglary business, hitting homes in Camp Taylor. But this time, teacher Chris Wedding outsmarted him.
I just noticed that there was a vehicle backed into the parking spot, which I thought was a little bit odd. But
Wedding made a mental note of the black and gray SUV parked across the street at his neighbor's house. Police say Damian Mosley was in it. Wedding also noticed a girl coming out of the home who wasn't his new neighbor's wife.
Basically, it was broken out. There was glass all inside the house.
Police say Mosley and his girlfriend boldly broke out the neighbor's front window, taking prized possessions from Jake McLean and his wife.
My wife's heirloom jewelry had been passed down from her mother and grandmother, both of which passed away. Some items from my dad, dog tags, rings, things like that.
McLean, who since installed a security system, is thankful his dog Henry, who was in his kennel, wasn't hurt. In the meantime, Wedding, wanting to help, went to a nearby Walgreens.
I just happened to ask the clerk who was working there if he'd seen anybody in the store that matched these descriptions. And he said yes.
Police say that surveillance video and eyewitnesses put Mosley behind bars.
I'm tickled to death they got this one. I just wish more neighbors would be like Chris and pick up the phone and call and give the police the information.
In the most recent case, Mosley is charged with 4 counts of burglary. His girlfriend is still on the run. Police are looking for her, and he will be back in court November 19th. Reporting live from Metro Corrections, Connie Leonard, Wave 3 News.
All right, thanks, Connie. 2 young kids found screaming in the backseat of a car. Their parents accused of being passed out on drugs in the front.
And according to Louisville police, someone saw the car swerving and called them as it had parked at the Marathon station at Lexington Road and Payne Street last night. When they arrived, officers say Carrie and Samantha Pointer were passed out in the front seat. The car was in drive. Their 3- and 4-year-olds in the back, unable to wake mom and dad. Police say that when they got there, again, the car was in gear. It had an officer actually reach in and turn it off.
And when he woke up, it started rolling backwards. So we're trying to pull the car to stop it from rolling into the building. And, finally got it stopped, got him out of the car, and determined that they were both very intoxicated on prescription pills.
Officers searched that car and they found a bottle of Xanax. Both are charged with endangering the welfare of a child and possession of a controlled substance.
A Louisville woman mouthed off in court and ended up in even bigger trouble than she started out in.
Miss Hammond?
What?
The court finds you in contempt of court.
I don't care. I don't give a
And I'm going to sentence you today to 30 days to serve in the Jefferson County Jail.
I don't give a How about that?
For contempt of court.
I don't give a
Okay, you can take her back now.
Because it's bull that gonna last. And y'all gonna lock me up.
29-year-old Brenda Hammond was in court yesterday on misdemeanor charges that she threatened a woman trying to take out a restraining order against Hammond's brother. She listened quietly at first, then said the victim was lying. After letting out a string of curse words, Judge David Bowles called her back and held her in contempt. But as you heard, it did not go too well.
We'll see how it goes next time. New at 11, the man who just moved from Kentucky, now accused of terrorizing motorists along some Michigan roadways, says he didn't do it. 43-year-old Raleigh Castile was jailed earlier this week after police matched gun fragments from several vehicles to his 9mm handgun. Today, an arraignment was held in Novi, Michigan. Castile appeared by video arraignment and pleaded not guilty to 8 charges of attempted murder. He is a geologist who lived until recently in Spencer County, Kentucky. Well, a bombshell of a resignation in Washington today, and new tonight, more on what led to it.
CIA Director and retired 4-star General David Petraeus resigned after admitting to an affair. Well, tonight, it's widely being reported it's with his 39-year-old biographer, Paula Broadwell. Petraeus had been scheduled to testify at House and Senate hearings next week on the terrorist attacks in September on the American embassy in Benghazi, Libya, that left 4 Americans dead, including Ambassador Chris Stevens.
So this was really probably the most politically uncomfortable, leaving aside the stuff with the affair, just on the Benghazi question, the most politically uncomfortable moment the guy has had since he reached the national stage. It had to be a really hard time for him.
The FBI stumbled across the affair when it opened an investigation into whether Broadwell had improper access to Petraeus' emails or other things on his computer. No criminal charges have been filed.
Dangerous chemicals remain at the site of the train derailment in southwest Jefferson County. We now know when they'll get moved.
And home pregnancy tests, they're obviously made for women, but could be life-saving for men.
Well, it's 51 degrees now in Louisville. We're in for a beautiful weekend, likely the best weekend of the month so far. I've got details on that coming up.
Working for you. This is Wave 3 News at 11.
The plan to remove the tankers with dangerous chemicals at the site of the train derailment in southwest Jefferson County, it'll happen next week.
That means on Tuesday morning, officials will close Dixie Highway from Highway 44 to the bridge at Salt River until further notice. The process of removing the hydrogen fluoride and butadiene rail tank cars will begin Tuesday morning at 6 as well. There are no recommended evacuations or shelter-in-place orders right now, but that could change. There is some truth to the online buzz that home pregnancy tests can detect some types of testicular cancer in men. According to the American Cancer Society, pregnancy tests work by determining a certain hormone that's produced by the cells of a woman's placenta during pregnancy. But it is also excreted by some, not all, testicular cancers. The story originated with internet reports of a teenage boy who took a home pregnancy test as a joke, received a positive result, and wound up being diagnosed with cancer.
What are the odds of that? And now sales will go up probably.
Yeah.
Good company to have stock in, I guess.
Sounds good.
It was beautiful out there for Touchdown Friday night. It was really light jacket or no jacket on the sidelines.
Yeah, you're going to go head off and do some work right now?
I'm getting ready right now to co-host it with
You
Ken.
were at the DeSales game?
I was at that game at Cal, and then also at Central. They hosted Wayne County tonight.
All right. Well, good deal. I spent most of the evening a little hoarse because I was doing the auction downtown at the Seelbach for the Brain Injury Association of Kentuckiana. It was a wonderful event. The theme was the Wizard of Oz, the Emerald City. Had a chance to be there with Mary Varga, who presented the award to Jennifer Hornbeck from Elizabethtown. What a wonderful night of support for all those folks who not only support but suffer from brain injuries. So it was a nice night. Let's do a little weather here if you're headed out this weekend. We've got some headlines to share with you. First of all, warmer for the weekend. It's going to be windy on Sunday and Monday. You'll notice that. And then the rain and the storms move in on Monday. What to expect for the weekend? Mainly clear skies overnight, 45 the low, 72 for Saturday, 73 on Sunday. The winds will be the big deal by Sunday, gusting as high as 35 to 40 miles per hour. We're at 51 degrees now in Louisville, but looking around the region, most places are still in the 50s. Outside of Frankfort, which is 47 this hour, most of us under a clear sky. Should stay that way through the overnight hours tonight, and plenty of sunshine for the weekend. We've still been watching the snow up across portions of Montana and North Dakota. They've picked up quite a bit of that. Mainly clear skies for us overnight. A warmer day tomorrow, beautiful weekend. Windy on Sunday. That cold front moves in late Sunday into Monday, and that will bring with it a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. 45 for our low tonight, 72 Saturday, and in the 7 days ahead, you can see we're at 73 Sunday. That storm chance Monday with falling temperatures brings highs only in the 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right. Well, we mentioned there was some football tonight,
Lots
but
of it.
also, you know, some people may have heard that basketball season officially started, so we want to go over to Kent Taylor a little bit early for more on that. Kent.
We're going to start with the basketball tonight, the opening night for college basketball, and expectations soaring all over Kentuckiana for the men and women. Jeff Walls and the number 9 U of L women hosting number 15 Texas A&M. Sarah Hammond is ready for a big sophomore season. The former Miss Basketball, a career-high 20 points and 13 rebounds. Shoni Schimmel finished with 8 points and 4 assists. Cards led this by 10 at the half, but it was tied in the final seconds when Shoni's little sister Jude gets the steal and the game winner. Cards win it 47-45. They're 1-0. They host Portland Sunday at noon. The number 3 UK men, the defending national champs in Brooklyn, New York, opening week for the Barclays Center where the Nets play. John Calipari's team taking on Maryland, and two of the Cats' talented newcomers connect here. Archie Goodwin, the lob to Nerlens Noel for the slam. 53-38 Cats. Back come the Terps. Shaq Claire, the dunk on the break. That kept a 15-0 run, and we're all tied up. Maryland eventually took the lead. The star of the game, how about Jared Polson? He gets the steal off the Noel miss, hits the reverse. 10 points for the walk-on, including 2 free throws that really sealed it in the final seconds. Cats win at 72-69. They're 1-0. Take on number 8 Duke Tuesday night in Atlanta. Indiana begins the season as the number 1 team in the land, hosting Bryant University from Rhode Island. And what a rebuilding job by Tom Crean. He was rewarded with a 2-year contract extension before the game, now signed through 2020. Hoosiers homecoming, welcoming home freshman Yogi Farrell, a difference maker for them. Yogi drives down the lane, and then he's going to find former Eastern High star Remy Abel in the corner. Remy had 12 points, hit all of his shots, 2 threes, 6 free throws. And then, how about Farrell? He's going to do this quite a few times this year. He sets up the big fella. This dish is sick. Cody Zeller jams home 2 of his 18. Hoosiers cruise to a 97-54 win. All right, 13 area teams have moved on in the high school football playoffs. We're going to show you all the highlights next on Touchdown Friday night.
Live from Wave 3, this is Touchdown Friday Night. Sponsored by your local area Ford dealers, Subway, Shinefleet Sporting Goods, and MST Award. Now, live from Wave 3, this is Touchdown Friday Night.
Welcome to Touchdown Friday Night. I'm Kent Taylor.
And I'm Scott Reynolds. You know it's week 2 of the playoffs right here in Kentucky.
And regional final time across the river. We kick off with some 6A action from right here in Jefferson County.
This is Madison Central at Trinity on Touchdown Friday Night.
Those kids excited about it. First play from scrimmage, Travis Wright hits Cody Swabeck. Now, he looks like he might go the distance, but the Indians finally bring him down at the 21-yard line. Second play from scrimmage.
Wow.
Dalen Dawkins finds some running room, 21 yards for the touchdown. And just like that, it is 7-0 Rocks. Later in the first quarter, more Trinity offense. Swabeck gets his touchdown. Wright finds him again. Rocks roll 62-8. They are now 10-1.
This is Mel at St. X on Touchdown Friday Night. Yeah!
Mike Glazer coaching what could be his final home game as the Tigers head man. Already up 20-7 when Travion Purcell got loose on the sweep. He goes 11 yards for 6. 34-7 Tigers at the half. Purcell again, another touchdown. Tigers win it 55-14. And get this, they will face Trinity next Friday night at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium.
We're the Christian Academy cheerleaders, and you're watching Cal play DeSales on Touchdown Friday Night.
Well, Cal beat DeSales this year 30-21. They were on their way tonight at home in the playoffs. That's sophomore Nick Payne with the big run. Cal's up 16-0. Then DeSales came roaring back. Their junior quarterback, Nathan Roush, he looked good all night. This time he'll find another junior, Dylan Bird, just over the hands of the defender, 16-7 Cal. Stephon LaForge hoping to stem the momentum. He knew DeSales was rocking. They got the ball back, and this time Roush will hand it to Bird. Look at these moves. Breaks a few tackles, makes a couple nice cuts, and he is gone. It's 16-14 Cal at that point. And then Cal holding on defense later, 3rd and 12. Looks like it's okay, but DeSales, Roush again going down the sidelines to who? Bird. He catches it, fumbles it at the 2. It's stripped. Watch this. But it rolls into the end zone, and he gets it for the winning touchdown. 21-16.
Whoa.
It's DeSales.
This is Wayne County at Central High School on Touchdown Friday Night.
Could we get an upset? Tyler Guthrie for Wayne County. He'll find Kyler Gehring for the touchdown. And yes, the Cardinals were on top at Central, and it looked a little rough early for the Yellow Jackets, but they would get the momentum going. It's, of course, their great quarterback, Tayshawn Gibbs, running the option to perfection here. Watching, he fooled everybody. And then he's down the sidelines with that 4.4 40 speed. And watch the dive. Hold it, holding. That one didn't count. So Gibbs would go to the air on the next drive. Throws it to his tall tight end, Devontae Yelder. 7-6 Central. The 6'4 kid grabs it. And Central was too quick for Wayne County tonight. Gibbs would love to play for Oregon, I'm told. He looks like one of those little scat backs for the Ducks. Gone here on a huge run. Amazing speed, but actually somebody caught him late. And they would punch it in a few plays later. Central went on to win it 21-18.
All right, entering the night, Charlestown had won 1 regional championship in school history.
And that was way back in 1989. Did they do it again? Kendrick Haskins is here with the highlights.
That's right, fellas. The Pirates have put up points all season long. They entered tonight's regional final averaging 60 points a game and came in just 91 short of the state record for points in a season.
You're watching Gibson Southern versus Charlestown on Touchdown Friday Night.
House at Charlestown. They brought in extra bleachers for tonight's regional final against Gibson Southern. Second quarter, Pirates already up 14-0 when quarterback Aaron Daniel keeps it himself on the read option, and he is gone. 55 yards for the score, 21-0 Charlestown. After the Titans turned it over on downs, the Pirates' Seth McCutcheon, he takes it up the middle, and he's gone. 37 yards for the score. Charlestown seems in control, leading 28-0. But back comes Gibson Southern. Jordan Scheller fakes out everybody, including myself, and hits Andrew Ziliak for the touchdown. That was the first touchdown the Pirates had given up in the first half all season. 28-7. Later in the half, Scheller to Brooks Martin, who makes the circus catch, and he takes it to the house. After scoring 49 points in the first half, the Pirates are shut out in the second half as Gibson Southern comes all the way back to beat Charlestown 57-49. The Pirates finished the season 12-1, a heartbreaking way to end the year. But on a good note, Aaron Daniel will be a candidate for the Touchdown Friday Night Player of the Year, guys.
All right, thanks, Kendrick. That has to be the shocker of the night because I really thought they had a good chance to win a state championship, but an amazing season for the Pirates. All right, there was all kinds of action out on the Dixie tonight.
Brian Winter headed south for two 6A showdowns.
This is Butler at Meade County for Touchdown Friday Night.
Meade County was going crazy tonight as the 7-5 Green Wave were trying to take down the Butler Bears twice in 3 weeks. Butler, however, had different plans as halfback Tavon Morton takes the handoff and converts the first down. Next play, quarterback Jacob Morgan finds Tavon Morton again, this time for a 50-yard bomb. The Bears barely hang on as they defeat the Green Wave 24-21. From Meade County, we head back to Louisville to check out Game 2 to see the last undefeated team left in Jefferson County.
This is Central Hardin at PRP for Touchdown Friday Night.
Second half, PRP quarterback Spencer Sumter finds Chris Hatler in the flats, and he takes it all the way down until he's popped inside your living room. Moments later, Alex Hibbs goes beast mode on the goal line as the Panthers go on to win big, 48-18. From PRP, Brian Winter, Wave 3 Sports.
This is Oldham County at Ballard High School on Touchdown Friday Night.
The Ballard kids also excited because Bruins up 23-14, looking for more. David Daniels is going to run right into the contact. He delivers the blow. Then he goes in for the 18-yard score. Bruins win it 30-14. And they get Eastern next week in a state quarterfinal.
You're watching Doss at Collins on Touchdown Friday Night.
Doss down 28-17 when Devontae Moffett runs it in for the Dragons. That got them within 4, but the Titans move on. They win it 49-30 tonight. Collins with a victory.
You're watching Shelby County and J-Town on Touchdown Friday Night.
Big 5A showdown. J-Town up 14-0 when Zach Shipley gets the Rockets back in it. He hooks up with Chase Manica, who outruns everybody else on the field. 14-7 Chargers. J-Town always, though, had an answer tonight. Kendrick Gardner to McHale Howard. Chargers get the big road win, the final 42-33. They'll get John Harden again.
This is Cooper at South Oldham on Touchdown Friday Night.
Way to share the duties, girls. South down 14-7 when senior quarterback Jack Sherry keeps it himself, rolls left, cuts back, and he'll score. Game tied at 14. The Jaguars, too much firepower, though. Tyler Morris can run, too. He keeps it here. Nice move. In for the score for the second time in a month. They win at South Oldham. Final 49-28.
All right, a big weekend coming up for the Cards. We'll talk about that, and we'll run down the games for next week. 13 teams move on in the high school playoffs. We'll be back on Touchdown Friday night.
Wave 3's Touchdown Friday Night is sponsored by your local area Ford dealers, Subway, Shinefly Sporting Goods, and MST Awards.
Number 9, U of L continues to move up in the BCS standings. The 9-0 Cards back on the Big East Road tomorrow.
Yeah, facing a dangerous quarterback, 4-5 Syracuse. Kickoff set for noon in the Carrier Dome.
Every game carries a lot of weight, and while you look at this, and the reason why I'm saying this is a big game, you have 4 games left. And I told him, I'm sorry, we had 4 games left counting last week, so I told him we have 4 laps. Now we done completed one with Temple, so now here comes our second lap with Syracuse. So we have to make sure we go finish this lap. But it's a big game. It's a road game for us. We've been at home the last 3 weeks, so now we have to go take our game on the road. And it's going to be a good test for us. There's a team that's sitting there that needs to go become bowl eligible.
Big 6A games next week. Eastern, Ballard, Butler, PRP, St. X, Trinity on Touchdown Friday night. Good night.